Israeli and US strikes reportedly halted Iran's development of 2 nuclear warheads and an EMP weapon designed to cripple Israel's power grid. Half of Iran's missiles were destroyed. Fusion bomb plans derailed. But Israel was shocked to find more solid fuel missiles than expected. Just as Israel prepared a final strike on Tehran, Trump declared a ceasefire and ordered jets to stand down. This wasn't just a war, it was a race. The Israeli strikes in Iran during the recent conflict hampered the Islamic Republic's development of 2 types of nuclear warheads and an electromagnetic pulse (EMP) weapon that could cripple Israel electronically, a report by The Washington Post has claimed. According to the report, the 12-day war also destroyed about half of Iran's 3,000 ballistic missiles and 80% of its 500 launchers. Officials said Iran had aimed to expand its missile arsenal to 8,000. A delay in striking could have meant far heavier damage. Still, Israeli intelligence was caught off guard by one revelation. Iran had more solid fuel missiles than previously believed. These missiles are harder to intercept and pose a greater threat, a senior official told the Post. Intelligence suggests Iran was working on multiple bomb designs, a conventional fission weapon, a more advanced fusion warhead, and even an EMP or the electromagnetic pulse bomb capable of disabling entire power grids. The EMP program, reportedly backed by senior IRGC commanders, was seen as a loophole to Ayatollah Khamenei's religious ban on nuclear arms. But Israeli officials say such development was proceeding anyway, waiting only for the Supreme Leader's final approval. The Post, while quoting Israeli sources, further reported that despite Khamenei's fatwa, Iran had been advancing work on 2 kinds of nuclear warheads: a basic fission warhead, which generates energy by splitting atoms, and a more advanced fusion warhead, which produces power by fusing atoms together. However, Israel's targeted strikes on Iranian nuclear scientists effectively brought the fusion warhead project to a halt, the Post's report added. The conflict was not merely an air war. It combined precision strikes, AI-driven targeting, and real-time surveillance in what Israeli sources describe as one of the most technologically advanced operations in history. The United States entered the fray after Israel's early gains. On June 13th, President Donald Trump greenlit the strikes, but American B-2 bombers and Navy destroyers joined later, delivering bunker-busting bombs and Tomahawk missiles to destroy fortified sites. A ceasefire was announced on June 24th, just as Israeli forces were preparing potential strikes on central Tehran. Israel also targeted the bureaucratic heart of Iran's nuclear effort, destroying research centers, testing labs, and archival hubs. Experts warn that reconstructing this network could take years, if ever. The Washington Post also reported that when US President Donald Trump declared a ceasefire, Israel was moving into a final phase of attacks intended to topple the regime, though the report does not elaborate on what that entailed. Just hours later, on June 24th, Trump ordered Israel to recall fighter jets that were reportedly preparing to forcefully strike the heart of Tehran in response to an Iranian missile attack after the ceasefire. He also publicly rebuked Israel for what he called violations of the truce. An electromagnetic pulse bomb, or EMP bomb, sometimes called an E-bomb, might sound like something out of science fiction, but it's a very real piece of military technology. In simple terms, it's a weapon designed to unleash a powerful burst of electromagnetic energy that can fry electronics in its path. These weapons release intense electromagnetic pulses capable of disabling entire electrical grids. Iran's Revolutionary Guard is reported to have pushed for the development of an EMP device as a substitute for nuclear weapons, which are formally prohibited under a religious edict issued by Supreme Leader Ali Khamenei. So what exactly happens when one goes off? An EMP unleashes a powerful surge that fries electronics, disabling phones, grids, radars, and even vehicles in mere seconds. There are two main types. Nuclear EMPs. These are triggered by a nuclear explosion, often detonated high up in the atmosphere. The blast doesn't just generate one pulse, it creates three. E1 pulse. Extremely fast and deadly to modern electronics, even your laptop or aircraft controls. Think nanoseconds. E2 pulse. A bit slower, similar to a lightning strike. It can add further damage if systems are already weakened. E3 pulse. This one's slow and long-lasting, and it hits the big stuff, like electrical grids and long power lines. In modern warfare, an EMP can be as devastating as any missile, crippling enemy command centers, jamming radar, and silencing communications without firing a shot. While some systems are shielded, most electronics, from smartphones to military gear, remain vulnerable. True protection requires costly, specialized infrastructure and rigorous engineering defenses against the surge.